Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. And today I'm actually switching from Minecraft to Roblox. I've actually been playing Roblox for a while now, and today, welcome to my badge displaying playlist. And this is where I show all of the badge gloves. Now, the only badge gloves that I don't have are the seasonal ones, like this one, and the slap royale ones, like these. And yeah, I also don't have mitten wherever I can find it. Really, no, there it is. You see, I don't have mitten. Those are the only ones that I don't have. So, first one, this isn't really a badge, but I can show it to you, and you can see I have this little friend right here that will be helping us display, like, basically all of the unique stuff. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put him in there. And I think he's glitching out. Okay, there we go. So as you can see, this is Acrobat. This is the description. I work out, okay? So as you can see, it has a pretty decent speed, or you can see it has a pretty decent speed, pretty decent power. And what's the best part about it is that you can literally roll, and then this can help you make even better combos. So like for example, if I go to the side right here, and I slap him, I can roll and I can slap him again. And that's basically Acrobat. Now, I'm going to show you how to get Acrobat. It's actually really simple. You just have to join the game's group. So in the description, there should be like the Slap Battles group, or if you can't find that, just find it. It's Slap Battles group. And then you have to follow the owner. So you just have to follow the owner. His name is Tencel. You just have to click the follow button, and that's pretty much it. So now the next one is Mega Rock, and has 30 power, 13 speed. Its ability is Mega Rock mode. So if I go over here, you can see it has like good power for comboing. So you can slap people without them even getting back to you, which is actually really nice. Here's the description: Mega Rock, woo! And you can see if I use the ability, it turns me into a Mega Rock. Now, as you can see, whenever I turn into a Mega Rock, it plays a random music from the Mega Rock playlist. Okay, this is the music. That's the music. So yeah, we got a lot of music in Mega Rock. Now, the best thing is Mega Rock is basically like Diamond, but it's even better. So if I can go ahead and bring Mr. Demonstrator over here, if he touches me, here, let me show you. If he touches me, this happens. He will turn into a rock. He basically turns into a rock. It's like the flex, but if you touch the rock, you turn into stone instead of gold. And that's basically Mega Rock. Now the next one, over here, it's pretty easy. Just ask someone to do this, and it says become infected. So you basically have to get the infected badge. Now this is actually really easy. All you have to do is you have to be slapped by someone using the plague, and then that's how it basically spreads around the map. You see the power is a little bit more than Mega Rock, and the speed is also a little bit more than Mega Rock, 41, 16. And the ability is passive, so there's no E. I'm pressing E right now, nothing happens. So when you're using the plague glove, you can see there are these little particles coming out of you. These are the particles that come out from someone that has the plague on them. The description just shows you who had this glove first, because this glove cannot spread if it never even existed. So you can see, if I slap this guy, then he gets the particles that I do, and he starts to lose health. And so what he has to do is he has to slap someone in order to pass the plague on to them. Now if he slaps me, you can see that he no longer has the plague, and he's going to slowly regenerate his health back. Now the reason that I don't get the plague is because I'm actually the one who started spreading it in the first place, so I can't get sick from the plague, just like this guy did. Now, next one. As I said, I cannot showcase this one right now, but this one, redacted. Now, what redacted does, it doesn't even show you the power and speed, so I can't really tell that to you. The ability is abduction, and you have to press E to use it. So you can see, if I press E, it spawns a portal right above my head. And whoever gets near that portal will be sucked in. And so when they're sucked in the portal, they'll be in this sort of pocket dimension, and they have to choose the right door. Like, as you can see, he just chose the right door, because he just came out without being harmed. Well, this is actually, if you're in there for too long, you'll die, and it's going to slowly harm there. So, for example, if you escape, then you will get this glove. But if you do not escape, then you won't get this glove. So you might be wondering, does he have this glove now? Well, no, because you have to have at least 5,000 slaps if you're going to get this glove. And this guy, as you can see, he does not have 5,000 slaps, so he never actually got the glove. I'm very sorry, demonstrator. Now I will showcase the next glove. This glove is called Bus, and in order to get it, you are going to need space, which is over here. As you can see, 1,500 slaps. And you have to get the To the Moon badge. I'll show you what that is in a moment. 50 power and 16 speed, so this is actually pretty good. As you can see, my ability is charging. Look both ways. If I slap him, it's pretty good. It's kind of like hybrid but strength, which I'll show you pretty much last. And you can see I can slap him around like that. Yeah, you know, we can slap people in slap battles. The best thing is we can actually spawn a bus. Now, the bus will go after the person that's nearest to you. So as you can see, he's the only one here. He's the nearest one to me. And so if I spawn the bus, it'll target him. And you can see it hits him. And now he just fell off. So it's pretty rare to actually escape this, but not too rare. And you can see, like, you could either hit the cube of death if you're right there, maybe you could hit one of the signs and be saved, like he almost did. But anyways, that is the bus glove, and in order to get it, you have to use space, and as right before someone hits you with the bus, you have to use the ability, and don't jump. And that's how you get bus. The next one, Mitten, but I do not have Mitten. So next one, Phase. And in order to get the Phase glove, you actually can't really, it's relying on chance and skill pretty much. So let me just bring this guy in real quick. So as you can see, the Phase glove, it has these sort of particles coming around it, you can see. And this is, that's the description, but it's not really related. And I don't know why, but this is related to a purple heart. So you can see, if I slap him, it's actually pretty good. And I can press E to actually go into my phase mode. So what this does is I can just turn into a purple heart, and nobody will be able to slap me, and I'll be able to move faster. I'll be able to go through pushers, walls, and everything that's created by players. And then eventually I'll have to go back in this mode, and it just automatically pushes me back. And so you can use this to basically go around people. They cannot slap you until you're back in regular mode, as you can see. So now I will showcase the next glove, which is past phase. This glove is actually pretty easy to get. It's called Warp. Now for this one, you actually have to save somebody. So what this does is it teleports you to a random person. So basically, if I just press E, it will teleport me right behind him. So it will teleport you right behind a random person in whatever server you're in. And then basically, you can also teleport while you're being ragdolled. So I'll make an example right here. I'll go to the edge, and then I'll go ahead and tell this guy to come to the edge as well. Okay, and now you can see if he slaps me off, I can actually use E to come back. Now, it doesn't teleport you to the nearest person, it teleports you to a random person, so it's most likely that you're not going to be able to get revenge instantly like that. Although this kind of reminds me of Shukuchi, which is a glove that you have to pay for with slaps, but it's also pretty cool. In order to get warp, all you have to do is have someone fall into the void, but then before they die, you just have to swap positions with them, so that way you're the one that dies and they're actually on the ground. And next one, you're actually going to need warp for this, because you need to, in order to do this, you need to have someone fall into the void, and once they fall into the void, you need to use warp to teleport to them and die with them, and that'll give you short fuse. Now this is pretty rare to have in a public server, but I got it really easy in a private server. Now this one is bomb, and basically when you press E to launch your bomb, you'll just take a bomb from behind your back and you'll throw it, like this. And then when you press E again, the bomb explodes. So it doesn't have to be near a player, you can just actually, I'm going to try to push this guy away from the edge. So let that charge. I'll go ahead and push him away from the edge. And you can see now he's away from the edge. So yeah, this is pretty much, you just throw a bomb from behind your back, as if like nobody even knew you had it. And then you just throw it. It's a little bit faster than walking speed, but then it basically throws everyone off. It's as if like a slap bomb, pretty much. Alright, now the next glove. This is actually one of the hardest gloves to get, because it's extremely related with death. I don't know why, it's just a bubble. I don't know why it's related with death, you can see. Ignore the first one for now. Harbinger of Death. So what you have to do for this one is you just have to get 10 kills while using the Reaper glove, which is somewhere over there. That's Magnet Reaper, is like over there. You have to get 10 kills with this guy. So it's basically when you kill somebody, when you slap somebody, you give them a curse, and they have to kill you in order to get that curse away from them. But if they don't kill you in time, then they will just die, and then you'll get the kill. And if you get 10 kills, you get the Harbinger of Death. You'll basically have wings around you. When you have wings around you, you'll get Harbinger of Death. And this is actually kind of easy, depending on your skill. But the 250 is way harder. This is like one of the hardest badges ever. It's what makes Bubble so hard to get. Especially the fact that Bubble has two badges in order to get it. Next one is 250. You have to use Kill Streak, which over there costs 5,000 slaps. You have to use Kill Streak and get 250 kills without dying. It's extremely hard, but I still have it. Now, I actually got that in a private server. Most people would just get it in a private server. They won't have to waste the time getting in a public server. The most kills I got in a public server is like 60, I think. And it's really hard to get a lot of kills. So this, it spawns a bubble. Basically, you blow a bubble, and it goes right at walking speed, so you can actually walk inside of the bubble, and anyone who tries to slap you, they'll just be put inside of the bubble that's basically on your head. So as you can see, I can blow a bubble, and this guy will see the bubble coming to him, and if he's in the bubble, he will literally be placed inside of the bubble, most likely be put over the void, and then just drop. The bubble will pop, and he'll drop to the void. Now, like I said, I can actually walk right like this, and so whoever tries to slap me will just be put inside of the bubble. And that is Bubble. Now, yes, Bubble is very hard. Now, Jet is pretty much the brother of FaZe. They both come from orbs, but the Jet is actually more chance to get instead of FaZe. So Jet, Tactical Missile Strike, you can see. So Jet is actually very useful, as you can see. This is his regular power. I think I can combo with this one. I'm not so sure. Yeah, I just comboed. And so basically when you press E, it spawns a Jet flying over very fast, and then it shoots the nearest person to you. So you can see he's been targeted. And now a jet flies over, spawns a missile on him, and most likely spawn into the void. Now let's say someone was chasing you. You can spawn a missile on them, and basically the player that is targeted cannot escape that missile if they're at the regular walking speed. But as you can see, let's say this guy was chasing me right now. The missile shoots at where he was last at. So if he was a dream, he would probably get me. But if he's just regular walking speed, yeah. So he would actually be blasted even farther if he's just like really trying to get to me. And I just had to do that early. So now the next one, shard, and you're gonna need an overkill to get this. Shard is basically the only reason overkills even exist anymore. A lot of people just do not like overkill. I can get that. The speed is infinite. The power is not infinite. Error has the infinite power. Overkill just has a little bit more power than God. So you can see, anti-overkill moment. You have to extinguish 5 overkills. So basically you have to slap them with snow or ice, and that will just remove their fire. So you have to slap 5 overkills in less than a minute without dying. So if you're in a private server and you have someone that has overkill willing to help you, just don't kill them and only slap them when they are actually burning. Because as you can see, this is definitely possible. That's how I got it. And so you can see, with shard, you can actually spawn 3 shards, and whoever they hit, that person will become slow. It will extinguish any overkills, and if you slap overkills, it will not make them slow, as you can see, but it will extinguish them, as you can see here. Now, I usually don't use shard because it takes a while to shoot the crystals, and most people, they just jump to avoid it. Like that. You can see I shot it right at him, but he jumped to avoid it. So that's the reason why I usually don't use shard. Alright, now on to the next glove. Potato. Now, if you have potato, you might be wondering, where do I get this glove? I haven't been able to get this glove. It's so hard. I can't just click on it to equip it. How do I get it? It says potatoes don't grow on stands, they grow in soil. So first I'll tell you how to get it. You just have to use Uno reverse on someone that's using bubble. So if someone using bubble, just use Uno reverse, which is that one over there, cost 5.5k. You can see this one right here. You have to use this glove on a bubble, and if someone throws a bubble at you and use the Uno reverse ability on that bubble, then the person who blew the bubble will be stuck inside the bubble. Most likely, instead of killing someone, they'll be killed instead. So as you can see, power 50, speed 16, and I'll go ahead and show it to you right now. So I'll be wondering, how do I get this glove? As you can see, I do not have the glove equipped. I've been clicking on that glove. So what you have to do is you actually have to go to default arena, and then you can see right down there is where the glove is. As you can see, potato glove. It's actually under here. It grew in the soil, and it's sticking out right here. And actually, you can be pretty far when equipping it. You can stand on the glove if you want. I like to just reset from here because it's kind of funny. As you can see, I have the potato glove right now. Everything about it is just potato. Name is potato and the description is potato. So if you were to slap someone with this glove, they will have a potato on them, and as you can see, it starts at 14 seconds. And if they do not pass that potato on in 14 seconds, they pass it on by slapping somebody. If they do not pass that potato by the time it's gone, it'll just explode and it will kill them. And so that's why a potato has to be passed on. The only way to get rid of the potato is if somebody kills someone that has the potato on them. That's the only way to get rid of it. Otherwise, the potato will always kill somebody. Now, the next one, you actually need potato, and you need to slap someone with the potato glove, and then you need to die of your own potato. It's cult. Now, I can't really simulate what the cult is because it has actually kind of phases too. But what cult does is, depending on the more people using cult on the main arena. So if there's somebody using cult in the main arena, if there's two people using cult, they'll actually like power each other and they'll have more glove power on it. So you can see, that's the regular power. But if we have a lot of people using cult, then you'll have a lot more glove power. You'll even have little horns growing out of your head, kind of like the horns around the kill streak glove. And I can't really show that right now because I don't have pretty much anyone that's using cults, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next one. Now this one, it took me like 2 weeks to get this. It's Bob. This used to be one of my favorites until they added Orbit, and then pretty much toxic people just abused the people using Bob. As you can see, Bob has an animated glove texture. You can see Bob is just sliding across the glove. It does not appear on the back of the glove, as you can see here. It just looks pitch black. Now if I spawn, now you can see Bob wants new friends. And on the badge and on the glove in the lobby, it actually shows that Bob really likes people. And so if I spawn Bob on this guy right here, Bob will begin to chase him. So Bob will actually chase the person nearest to you. So if somebody gets close to you, then you have to spawn Bob on them again. So basically target the person that was nearest to you. And you can see he's actually running away with Bob right now. And this is, I'll actually show you. Oh, okay, he just got sucked in. Now, the thing is, when you have Bob chasing you, your screen actually gets very, very dark. And it's basically like nighttime already. And the closer Bob is to you, the harder it is to see, which is why when people are being chased by Bob, they will most likely just fall off of the bridge because it's so dark. The bridge just looks like the void, and they're not sure where the bridge is. Now, there is one way to kind of temporarily escape Bob, and that is to just sit on the plate, because then Bob will move the same speed as the plate, and you can just sit still. You can also sit in somewhere elevated. So, for example, if he were to go into a tree, Bob will not kill him. He will just stay right under him. Now, if someone were using space, and they jumped up while Bob was chasing them, they are doomed, because the farther a person is from Bob, the faster he moves. Bob does not move up or down, so Bob will just be pretty much chasing them for the entire time. And once they come down from space, they will be sucked in by Bob, guaranteed. Next one, Buddies. As you can see, it just looks like the default glove, except it has this little smiley face on it. Now, Buddies isn't necessarily a bad glove, it's actually pretty friendly. You have to get Touch of Midas. What you have to do is you have to use the gold glove right here, golden, and you have to slap 3 people, and they have to be different. You have to slap 3 different people while in the power-up mode. And that's it. So you're gonna have 3 people. It's better to do in public servers because there's more people in there, and they can't slap you back, so it's gonna be pretty easy. So Buddies. As you can see, I actually like this glove because of the face. It looks very friendly. I like the smiley face on it. So you can see, here is the Buddies glove. Befriending people 101. And you can see, I can actually slap this person, but when I slap them, as you can see, they become green, like they have this green outline, and I can no longer slap them. As you can see, I can no longer slap them. That was just that one slap, and now I can no longer slap them. And on this guy's screen, I am the one that looks with a green outline, and he cannot slap me either. So basically, we're just invincible to each other. But if I would be friends with 2 people, he can still slap that person. So they can still fight each other, but they just can't fight me. And you can see, that's pretty much just Buddies. He cannot slap me pretty much until one of us dies. Next one, over here, these 2 gloves are pretty related because they both have to do with gravity. They have the exact same power, exact same speed. So first I'll showcase Moon. For Moon, you just have to win the tournament, you know, the Slap Battles tournament. The thing that I've been closing this entire time, I've been pressing no. You have to win that. Like, here, let me see. You see that over there? You kind of recognize that you have to win in that once. Just once, and you'll get the Moon Glove. Just fly me to the moon. You can see at first, I have regular gravity. Everything's fine. I can jump fine. But when I equip the Moon Glove, I actually go like pretty high. Now, it isn't actually accelerating my jump speed. As you can see, if I hold Moon, I actually comes down slower. You can see, every time I have the Moon Glove equipped, it actually gives me a lower gravity. Now, this is good for getting above people, and then suddenly they'll see you, and they'll basically have to look up if they're going to actually look at you and see where you're approaching for them. Maybe they'll have to see the shadow if they have good graphics. But anyways, there's actually a downside to this glove, and it's that when you're holding the Moon Glove and you're about to slap somebody, if they slap you back, the power to you is basically amplified because you have lower gravity, so you go farther, as you can see. Without the Moon Glove, I don't go that far, but with the Moon Glove, I actually go way farther. I actually go like double the far that I go. And yeah, that's the Moon Glove. Now the Jupiter Glove, it's pretty much just the opposite of the Moon Glove. They have the same power and speed. And then if I go over here, you can see Jupiter, it gives me high gravity, which means it'll be difficult to jump. My gravity is higher, you can see. If I fall off it, or well, let me get on them. If I fall off, it's regular. But if I fall off like this, it's actually really much more increased gravity. Now, the downside to this is that you can't just jump out very high, but really, it's not really a bad downside, because the upside to this is that you actually slap way closer, and so this can be good for gloves with higher power. And in order to get this glove, you actually have to just survive a slap from the God Hand. So you can use this with Warp, Magnet, whatever it does, as long as you stand up after being slapped by the God Hand. So yeah, this glove is actually a pretty good glove. It has a decent power too, which means you can actually have a good edge over people. I'm just kind of, the glove, I'm just kind of like reluctant of this jump. It feels so weird to jump like this. And when you reset, this is what you need to do for the moon. I just clicked no. If you reset, the gravity does not affect you, same with moon. Now there is actually a glitch with moon, which I'll show you in another video. Next, as you can see these, I do not have either of these. Now next is Rage. For Rage, you have to kill a 50 kill streak with the default glove. So that's actually going to be pretty hard to do in public server. You just have to convince someone to go to private server, maybe bring some alts in there or something. You see? Grrr. You can see Rage is 0%. Now how do I get this Rage up? Well, I just have to slap somebody. Every time I slap somebody, it goes up by 20%. So if I were to slap somebody 5 times, then I will get my Rage to 100%. Now my Rage does not have to be at 100% in order to do this. And as you can see, this increases my power, it increases my speed, and basically just turns me into Rage mode, which can be pretty OP. And you're actually going to need the Rage Glove for Hydra, which I'll show you last. And 100 Rage doesn't really change anything, it just has more Rage. Sometimes you make the TikTok snoring sound or something when you start being Rage. Now this one is, I'm just going to tell you guys by now, if you want to get this glove, it's actually a waste of time, because this glove is not even good at all. I barely ever use it. It's a waste of time. The minimum time to get this glove is 1 hour. Yes. I used the moon glitch to get it. So, trap. This glove is actually horrifying when you think about it. So, with trap, you can spawn in a trap coming from your glove, and it will turn invisible. Now, other players, they cannot see this trap. They can barely see it. It's like just so transparent it's hardly noticeable. And if somebody were to go to where it is, it'll become visible. They'll be stuck in the trap, and after a while, their legs will literally come off. So now, this guy has auto jump or something, but his legs are off. That doesn't mean he can. That doesn't mean he can't move. He doesn't have to jump. I can even go inside of my own trap, so be careful. You can go in your own trap. Your legs actually grow back after a while. As you can see, I could go in my own trap. Anyone can slap me out. It's just my legs are still going to disappear after a while. And now it's just going to be weird because Roblox physics is also weird. But yes, you can actually slap someone off when they get in the trap. You can see you can just slap someone off of the trap, and then they'll just lose their legs after a while. So yeah, this is actually a pretty funny glove, if you think about it too. That was actually a funny moment right there. And that is trap. And I know you might be thinking, wait, I could just go put this trap on an island? Well, most people are just going to see when you put the trap, and they'll just jump over it. Which is why you have to have at least 2 traps. Maybe someone's using Dream. This isn't really that good. So don't waste your time on this. I'm learning from my own mistakes. You have to spawn 1,000 bricks using this brick glove. You spawn 1 brick. You can spawn 1 brick every 5 seconds if you have E like really spamming. The minimum is 1 hour. You cannot get this glove in less than an hour. Unless you're using exploits. Now I'm getting near the end. You can see Hybrid. I've been talking about Hybrid for a little bit. It's the new glove. It was added just yesterday. You can see Orbit right here. The ability is Glove Juggling. This was added a little bit long ago. And this is actually related to Bob, as I was telling you earlier. You have to kill Bob. Now, I'll show you how to get Orbit. I'll actually demonstrate it with this person named Demonstrator. You can see over there. Over there. It's actually really far. So you have to lure Bob into the cube of death, and if someone's walking on air right there, that's fine. That's actually implemented into the game, so that way you don't really die when you're trying to kill Bob. So I just spawned Bob on him, and you can see how he's kind of moving. So he's gonna go to the. Oh, he just died. Yeah, I couldn't really see where I was going, so I'll go ahead, try that again. So this time I'll try to go see. So you can see now he's going to go over there and he's going to basically float in midair, and he's just going to jump over the cube with it. This is the easiest way to kill Bob, and then he's going to fall because he's in the air. So yeah, that's how to get Orbit. I'll actually show you what Orbit does now. I'll go ahead and bring him into the lobby. Okay. So I'll go all the way to the end of here. They've been adding a lot of badge gloves recently, which is actually pretty cool. And I'll go ahead and run straight back over here. Orbit. What does a frog on the International Space Station say? Orbit, orbit. I'm not funny. You can see, there's no E ability on this one. It's passive. When you slap somebody, a glove starts to spin around you like this. Now, I actually found a way to slow down this glove and to speed it up. So you can actually make this glove go backwards by basically pressing S and D at the same time. This glove will actually go backwards instead of forwards like it's supposed to. So I'm wondering if this makes any sort of, if it even slaps. Yes, this glove can slap, and its more OP is making it go faster by pressing W and A. It'll make this glove faster, and now you can see I've got 2 gloves now. And now I can just make them go faster. And you have to jump while doing this, that's the only way anymore. Now you have 3 gloves. I'll go ahead and bring him back because I accidentally just killed him earlier. Alright, I'll go ahead, go over here, and just slap him again. Now I have the maximum amount of gloves. 4 gloves is the maximum amount of gloves you can actually get. The The gloves do not have the same texture as your orbit glove. You can see your orbit glove has all these kinds of weird textures on it, and these gloves, they just have like a giant swirly thing on them. You can kind of see that right there. But anyways, when you slap on your regular orbit glove, like your actual hand, they get up pretty fast, like regular. But if you were to slap with your orbit gloves, it'll actually take a while for people to get up. So that's why this can be pretty OP sometimes, because it takes a while for people to actually recover from being slapped by the orbit gloves. So yes, and they come back. They stay when you die, but when you're back in the lobby, they disappear. Alright, and the final glove, I'm going to make some more update videos if they add some more gloves, is hybrid. Now for this one, you have to stay in rage mode for 1 minute. And basically, you just have to keep slapping people to keep your rage up, and if you run out of rage, you'll lose your streak. So, hybrid. Definition of all in one. As you can see up here, it shows my ability, and it's green, so my thing is green. You can see my diamond can actually change color. So, this boot is a speed boost. You can see I'm actually going kind of faster, and this is faster than regular people walk, so if people are just running away from me, I can just go ahead and chase them, and then slap them with this regular power. Next, jump boost, and it actually makes you jump higher. You can see my speed is back to regular. Let's see if I go back to speed. This is my jump boost. This is my actual jump boost. I don't usually use jump boost. Next is the red one, strength boost. So you can see, if I were to slap with this, yeah, it's like that, but if I were to slap with this, it goes way farther. And then finally, gravity boost. You're basically just holding Jupiter right now. There's no other way to explain this. You're holding Jupiter. You're basically using the Jupiter glove right now. So what I primarily use is I use the speed boost to actually get to people, and I use strength boost to slap them off the edge. And then if someone's using Shukuchi or something, and I want to stay near them, I just use gravity boost so that way they don't actually slap me off. I do not mean to slap them off right there. But yes, this is actually pretty cool, and the abilities don't go by random, they just go in order. So it's speed, jump, strength, and then Jupiter. Or speed, jump, strength, and gravity. So, and then the crystal on the glove actually shows what ability you are using at the moment. So if it's red, you should run away. If it's green, there's no point in running away, they're going to catch up to you. So if it's blue, be careful, because they might be jumping over you. And if it's yellow, they're just holding Jupiter glove right now. So yes, that is all the gloves concerning like this date right here, August 8th. They actually added hybrid just yesterday, and I got it just yesterday because I want to get all the new gloves. I want to try to get every single badge glove, so I'm saving the seasonal ones for when they're actually supposed to be done. I'm not sure how to get Hollow Jack. I might watch a video on that and maybe spread the knowledge. And also, big thanks to our little guy here, demonstrator. You can see. So yeah, that's all of the badge gloves being showcased, except for Slap Royale and the seasonal ones. Now, I can actually explain these ones, so I'll try my best to explain it, because I have seen all of them before. Hollow Jack, pretty common. You just spawn like a giant pumpkin, and if you get hit by that pumpkin, you get ragdolled for a while, and then your screen turns green, and then you zoom in and out, and it's pretty cool, but pretty annoying when you get hit by it. Mitten, I only saw one person use this. Basically, you just spawn a present, I'm pretty sure. It's all out of my memory. Alright, and then the Slap Royale ones. We have Spy. Basically, I'm pretty sure you press E, you go to the nearest person, and you slap them on the back or something. It says critical hit, and then you basically turn into that person. So you don't like take their position, you just turn into them, disguise as them. And then Detonator, if you slap someone with Detonator, they basically just explode after a second. I'm not sure if the explosion kills you, but I do not have these two gloves, so I can't really be sure. Detonator is harder to get than Spy. I'm actually trying to get those right now. The easiest way to get these is just to go to the toxic thing, because that can determine your fate faster. Just slap as many people as you can into the toxic waste, and if you die, that you're probably going to die in the round anyways. So, yes, that is every single badge glove explained. These gloves are not badge gloves, these are Game Pass gloves. So, this is why I'm not explaining them. If you want, I can explain Overkill. I'm just gonna tell you guys I don't really use Overkill that much. It's basically, if somebody even touches your glove, they fly away. Which I'm assuming that's what Flex does as well. I'm hoping that's what Flex does. Spectator, I don't have it. I only did Overkill. Spectator, you're invincible. And Custom, you're basically a Mega Rock. Man, I don't have these gloves. These aren't badge gloves, so I just gave a quick explanation. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry I haven't been posting in a while. I'm sure I'll be posting more slap battles videos as well. And please like the video and subscribe. I'll be posting more Roblox videos more often. I'll try to push myself to do it. Wait, what the? You don't have any slaps? Get to it right now. What? Why does it say that? Okay, I don't know why it says that, but okay. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and farewell.